Welcome back. Listening to Inside the Great Outdoors, and we have two special guests. So back, right before Christmas, I got a phone call from this nice lady, and she was talking about her mother would love to just see us or talk to us or something. So I said, okay, we'll do something very special. We'll have both of you come to the studio, and today is the day they came, Esther and Michelle. So welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having us.
Esther doesn't want to talk, so Michelle's going to do all the talking. So tell us a little bit about you and about your mother. Let's do it this way. How this all came about.
Well, there's a lot of things that they're coincidences or serendipity things. The Polish background, the Herb Albert, liking Herb Albert music.
Oh, yeah.
And there's more. And
Yeah.
the birthdays right around the same time.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe she'll put a little more in. I don't know.
Yeah, what I found interesting when you mentioned about the wooden nickels.
Yeah.
Because my father-in-law, that's what he used to tell my kids when they were little. Don't take any wooden nickels.
Right.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I thought, oh my gosh, you were touching so much on the Polish
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, but you're not Polish.
I'm not Polish, but I was married to a Polish guy for
Yeah.
62 years. So
60. Whoa.
62 years we were married. Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, I often talk about my because my grandmother and I grew up. My father died, so it was my mother and me and my sister and my grandmother and grandfather. And my grandmother had all these sayings, which I still love to, foolish nuts and have you no brains and all these things that, the words that she would use the broken English. And but so many of the things one thing I noticed, I see so many Polish recipes we never had. So I don't know, although my father was Bohemian, so I don't know, but I'll see a Polish recipe and I never remember eating that,
I think depends what area of Poland
Oh.
people were, because my husband experienced that with the borscht.
Oh.
They made a different kind of borscht.
Oh, I never thought of that.
And one time he was invited to go over his friend's house for borscht.
Yeah.
And my husband loved borscht.
Yeah.
So he goes there and expecting
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
one that from home. And it was totally different. It was beet soup and something else, So he says, that's a different borscht. So we came to the conclusion that it's got to be different
Okay.
parts of Poland, possibly.
Oh, see, I
you
never
know.
thought of that because I see this stuff and I think, oh, that looks good, but I don't ever remember that. So
But, but I was going to say, I hope you remember pierogies,
oh yeah,
because we brought you a treat of pierogies.
oh boy, I don't remember my grandmother making them that often, but she would make fresh donuts that she would deep fry basically, and they were only good the first day. The second day they weren't so good. The potato soup with a little bit of bacon, potatoes, and onion, and she made soup often. In fact, she made the homemade noodles.
Oh, boy. That's
Oh,
a treat.
no, there's no noodles like that. And she says, I'll give you a dime if you eat the soup, because she made soup every day.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the beet soup, and I didn't like the duck soup. But the others, there was only chicken noodle and potato. And if you eat the soup, then you could have a bowl of the buttered noodles
Oh, boy.
to try to
She
bribe
bribed
me.
you.
So there were a few things. And then, of course, at Easter, she would make the little basket, put a little bit of everything, and then Saturday you went to church, and the priest blessed the food, and that was the first thing that you had on Easter morning before
Yeah, we
you.
used
That was
to do
breakfast.
that. We used to do that with the kids.
Yeah.
Make some
How about charnina?
No,
No charnina?
no, I
That's
don't like
blood.
that.
Blood.
Blood, duck's blood.
Yeah, that's
no
what I-
duck's blood?
No, no,
My
no.
aunts would always make. But we had to get a duck. That was the whole thing. You had to have a live duck to get that blood,
Yeah.
But
Oh.
no charnina. No. Did your husband ever have
No, he
charnina?
didn't care for that.
He didn't like that.
No, he didn't.
You had to have plums too to put in that
Yeah, he put
charnina.
plums
You
in
know
that, and he
that
didn't-
was
he
that
didn't
was
like
good,
that.
but it was an acquired taste.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I do remember going to where you went to buy the live ducks and chickens, and you'd go in there and it smelled, and you took home, and then she'd go downstairs in the basement and cut the head off and get the blood. But even with chickens, and then pluck them. But then she would take the feathers, and I still have, and I have it every night on my bed, the bed sheet, the
Pagina?
Pagina,
Yeah.
which was duck feathers, like down like they make now. And that is the warmest. And I have it so it's got to be 80, 90 years old, and it's still great. But yeah, those were really warm. They were a little messy. Go ahead.
There was a place on 71st that
Yeah.
had that chicken
Yes.
place. Remember that was on
Yes.
71st?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I remember that. It was on the east side.
Yeah, yeah.
Right past it was a freeway back then too, right past 71st.
Yeah.
So did you ever had the borscht?
I would need it. She would make it often, but I
But you
didn't
know
like-
what it was. I mean, I don't know if you remember what they put in it.
No,
Okay.
no, but
It was
I
with
like
the
the
kibas. You cook the kibas, and then with the broth, you would make like a roux. And you boil eggs, and you have rye bread, and you have to have horseradish because that's the
Yeah,
main
yeah.
ingredient. And you make like a bowl of soup with all those ingredients.
I remembered the fresh. I didn't like it, but she made fresh horseradish.
Yeah, that was too.
Joe doesn't like much. He likes potatoes, and he likes mousse, and Miracle Whip, and walnuts, and grapes, and eggs, and that's about it. And as far as cooking goes, he
Burns everything, I
Oh.
heard.
exactly. See, long-time listeners, they know you. They know you, Joe.
He's written a book called The Fear of Frying.
Well, I've had some teeth. I have some teeth problems, so the stuff you make, I'm gonna have to take home until I get to the dentist tomorrow. These guys can eat.
I was telling my daughter when she came to pick me up, I
Yeah.
says, guess what I heard in the radio? That
Oh.
Joe had some problem with his mouth
Oh.
and he can't chew.
All I can eat is pudding and maybe eggs, and that's about it.
Uh-huh.
So it's been a lot of the last 4 or 5 days. Not till tomorrow, I hope I can go in and get it straightened out. But yeah, it was so nice of you to come and bring some food.
Yeah, she brought some specials. She makes some
Well, good.
goodies.
These guys can have it now. They can
take it
feast.
home.
Well,
look at
oh
that.
my God! Look!
Oh.
Whoa! Oh man,
brought
we
that
got to
for-
get the Facebook Live. You made that?
Yes. I didn't actually make the skull.
Of course.
That's a real skull.
Sure, a deer.
It's
You
it's a
dug
doe.
it out of in your property or where was it?
That one may have been a roadkill.
Yeah. Do you want some more skulls?
I think right now I may be good, but maybe in the future.
When
'cause I-
you need skulls, and Carl's gonna, because we've got to put this up on Facebook, because there's no way to explain what this is.
I know a numbskull you can have.
But this is a lot of work.
Killing me, Smalls.
What kind of feathers are they?
what things that you find out in the woods, and
Hmm.
a little bit of little fur from.
So
from a
there's
jacket.
there's some fur. There's first of all, it's a deer skull that has been decorated, and there's turquoise colored. What would you call them? Little stones, and then what are all these little black stone? Are those a stone?
Yeah, they're beads.
Beads.
Little beads.
But the whole thing about it is the way that it is decorated. I mean, it's not just thrown together. You got a picture of it? I got two. Oh, good.
and you can
You want to take some video too, or just
hang it.
do some, because then you
It's a
can
wall,
get their
ready to go.
picture too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a hanger. Oh yeah, see, there's a little hanger on there. So
He's
this is
going
a
to
gift.
probably hang it from his car mirror, you know.
Oh, it's gonna be his hood ornament.
So this is for me.
That's for you.
Wow. Oh, we'll get some Facebook Live, and we got to get a picture of the ladies. But that's a lot of nice work. It's not just thrown together. It's used some artistic. Wow, that I've never seen nothing like that. What would you call it?
I feel like it's giving a new life to the skull.
Yeah, so it's a deer skull that they found from just died or a roadkill or whatever, and it's decorated with fur and jewelry, stones and feathers, and now that's cool. That is wow! I never got nothing like that. Holy cow! Yeah, that. Oh, here we got.
Could you do that with Joe?
That's what I was thinking. I was just thinking to say the same thing.
What's funny is there's two funny stories with it. I was making jewelry, and then I had all these beads, and then a friend had given me some skulls. So I'm like, maybe I can start doing something, and they all came together. And then I had a bunch of them, and even we'd sit and have coffee, but outside, so we were inside. And my girlfriend looked at me and she goes, "You're lucky I like you because this looks weird." And I'm like, "Yeah, it probably does look weird." And I would sit across from my one friend who actually, he just passed this year, was 100 years old. And I would bead these little raccoon skulls. And I go, "Man, I could be a surgeon now." Because I could, look how I'm like putting one on another. And it, it was really cool. And then I had a bunch of them and I was like, what am I going to do with them? And I put them on the wall. And I looked at my husband and I go like, when something happens to you, I'm probably going to want your skull, and I'm going to beat it and put it on there. And so, yeah, I'm lucky.
Could you legally have his skull?
I don't know. It's
so.
Just it's a joke.
She didn't look that far into it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is cool, but that is nice because it was well put together. It's really designed well.
He's probably looking at you with prism spectacles now.
Wow.
Because I'm like, look at his jawbone.
Wow, I didn't know that side of you. That's good. Well, we got to take a break, and we will talk more when we come back. So we have two great ladies here that are getting Esther is getting her Christmas gift, and she brought us some gifts too. So it's win-win. So we'll take a short break and be back.
Unleash the bite with Castaway baits and scents. Their Kodiak Shrimp Attractant Paste is Captain Bob's go-to. 15 times the scent of live shrimp, slathered on lures to drive fish wild. From freshwater to saltwater, these scents and baits are dominating tackle boxes everywhere. Don't let the big ones slip away. Visit castaway.com now and load up. It's the edge every angler's chasing.
For those that fish Lake Erie and are used to fishing with Dipsy divers, I think you've got to try my diver, Castaway's magnetic diver. And what's so neat about it, it's a magnetic release. So you don't have to fight. With the problem with the regular Dipsies is that they'll trip. You got to bring them in.
Or sometimes they won't trip.
This is a magnetic release, so you let it into the water, and as it has slack, it falls and it sets and then dives. And then when a fish hits it, it trips it, comes to the surface and comes in. But the neat thing about it as well is you can fish with it. You can trip it. You can let it come up through the water column. You can reset it. So it's a great way to get a bait down and away from the boat. So it's Castaway's magnetic diver, but it's something, if you're a troller, you need to look into. It's a great product and a great way to make fishing a lot easier and a lot more productive. Order yours today.
No matter what species of fish you target, Kodiak Scents has great products that will help you catch more fish. One of those is Kodiak Candy, specifically designed to attract any species you fish for. Panfish, trout, catfish, or walleye, Kodiak Candy is full of freeze-dried scent. Freeze-drying concentrates the scent and makes it irresistible. Kodiak Candy even works on saltwater fish. Easy to put on the hook, this candy will get the fish's attention and trigger more bites. To order your Kodiak candy or any of the line of Kodiak scent products, head to www.castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back. Listening to Inside the Great Outdoors. We're going to be having some goodies here pretty soon. But in the meantime, I found this letter. It was written in 2007 by my mother. And she sent it, I don't know how I got it, but she sent it to somebody. But she's wishing Happy New Year. I have tremors, so you will understand the writing. I am 92 and feeling good. Don't walk and waddle, but I am happy individual. Okay, I like that. Joe, my son, is good to me and lives at home. I cook, but it takes me longer to have a happy home. And surprising, with tremors, she wrote this. It's a little bit hard to read. Joe is not married. Maybe you saw his show on the History Station. Meditation keeps my mind clear and not depressed. I lost my hearing, even with the best hearing aids or special phone, no music or talk shows, only person to person. I lost all my friends. I am alone all day. Joe shops for me and I go with him. That's what struck me, that I am alone all day. That's, and then it just goes on, and she's happy with things. I hope I was doing a good job, but I would take her to work, and she would, because I know 92, she was still at the station, at the shop. I bought her a shredder, a paper shredder, and shredded everything. I would literally go to the dump, where people dump papers, and grab magazine stuff, take it to the shop. She burned up one machine. I bought a big commercial machine, and then I would take it back and put it in the thing. But
I know all the magazines I had in my basement I gave to you. Remember
Yes.
all those magazines?
yes, and she
Florida Sportsmen. All my Florida
yes,
Sportsmen.
to
since,
keep her.
I think 1979, I had them all saved up.
So I was a little troubled. Now that I read it again, it don't seem as bad. I just didn't like when I saw, I lost all my friends. I am alone all day. That was, but she would come, but she would go, I would take her shopping and stuff. And so, but that was really neat to see and amazing, because she almost made it to 100, and a little bit hard to read. But for her to do that, I hope I made her a good life. But when I first saw that part, it was a little.
I think you did.
Yeah, that got to me a little bit. It got to me a lot.
I remember when she'd come to the animal hospital, she wouldn't let me do anything. I'd say, Mrs. K, let me take this out for you. No, I'll take it out myself. Let me get the door for you. I can get it. I still got the door for her, and I opened the car for her, but she wouldn't let me carry any of that stuff out. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And, she had to be in her 80s back then.
Yeah. And I know
always up and at 'em,
She would tell me, I'm going downhill, and it bothered me. Yeah. And I'd say, no, you're not. No, you're not. But I owe everything to what I got to do, where I am because of her.
Sure.
And finding these little gems.
We all owe everything to our mothers.
Yes.
Really.
Yes.
We owe something to our fathers, but our mothers are the best.
You're right.
And
You came out of her. You came from her.
Well, I think, if there is someone upstairs, it's going to be a lady.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Really.
But to appreciate them, and so for these younger people, you need to take care of your parents and think about just what I wrote. And
My kids hate me.
Well, they
Come
won't.
on,
Well,
Carl.
they
They
won't.
like you.
Just
But as you get older, you'll realize as you get older how important, and you are what you are because of them.
Oh, yeah.
If it wasn't for her, I never could have done the things I did or go to places and
Yeah.
have that. She was at the shop. When I'd go to Africa for 2 months or whatever, she was at the shop every day and ran everything and paid everybody.
My mom was the one that taught me how to play in a 4-lane road. So
In the middle.
In the middle.
she gave me the money for the music lessons that I never used.
The singing lessons?
Yeah, the singing lessons.
Oh, that's why.
But the other thing, which is really something, is she took care of herself. I didn't have to do any of the physical things that would be unpleasant, and I'd hear her wake up during the night, and I could hear her going to the bathroom, and I wait, and then back into bed, And at night, I would go to say good night. She would bless me, she would tell me, say a good prayer, and I would go off to bed. But she took care of herself, which is, when you think about it, that could have been so.
Well,
But I saw that little thing, and I reading it now, I feel a little better about things.
Well,
but
that's good.
yeah, that was a neat little find. And I don't know how I got a hold of it, but it was in with a bunch of pictures. So, and that was written in 2007. So she was 92 then. She made 99, so that was nice.
That's great.
But yeah, I wanted to bring that. So, but anyways, it's we're going to do, instead of the story, we'll do the fishing report.
Let me just throw this out real quick so I get it in. Next Saturday is the Barbie Rod.
Oh,
There's a lot
Steelhead
going on
contest.
Saturday.
Yeah.
We've got Joe at the
my $7.
Yeah.
Thank you.
go ahead.
Great Lakes Outdoor Supply. Joe's going to be there
Oh,
with his
that's
books
right.
and his gear and his scents and everything else.
Yeah, and my books.
He'll have the scents with him, and some of them he'll take home.
He'll have some common sense with him, too.
Uncommon sense.
Uncommon sense.
He's got uncommon sense, all right.
Yeah, that Barbie
The
Rod
Barbie Rod Steelhead Derby.
Derby is next Saturday. It's going to be down Rocky River by the Puritas Road Bridge there. And it's I think it's $35 or $40 if you're going to enter the competition. If you're not going to enter the competition and just want to stay for lunch, it's like a $10 donation. But there'll be a lot of people there. Some really good fishermen and just a lot of the local guys that I always see down there. So it goes to a good cause. It goes to a lot of the Cleveland Metro Parks fishing fund, and they make a lot of money with that for the kids. So
They do all their kids' derbies and their fish stockings and all sorts of stuff.
with that money. We support it too. I always take a bunch of fishing rods for Mike down there, and that's why Joe gave me this $7.
It was the balance.
It was a balance of that money that I bought.
That's right.
The
He
fishing
pulled
rods
it out
with.
of his wallet, and I saw some
Oh,
moths.
the moths were flying
That's
all
right.
over. Did you see those moths fly all over the picture?
I was going to go along, but I don't want to be 3 against 1.
Oh, geez.
3.5.
Oh, my God.
There you go.
Oh, geez. See, it's wearing off on other people.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's common. It's
Oh,
very,
my
very common.
gosh.
Everybody knows, Joe. Everybody knows.
Yeah,
So
right.
there's a lot of stuff going on next Saturday.
And next Saturday, if you're so inclined to do a little fishing, you can head up to the State Park boat ramp at Mosquito Lake State Park at the marina. It's I forget which one this is. It's either the 4th or the 5th. I think it's the 5th. Cast Cray Dock Shooter Tournament that Rick Varconi and his pals are putting on. You fish from the docks at Mosquito, where they have all the boats in the summertime. You can fish off the docks now and catch crappies and bluegills and bass and shiners and pike and yellow perch and everything. This is a crappie tournament, biggest crappie. It's $10 to get in. Just throw it in a hat. 80% payout, 20% goes to Castaway Cares. They're a nonprofit to help their youth fishing.
So what
events.
are the hours of that?
7:30 to 2 or 12 or I don't know.
Yeah.
Just show up, bring $10, throw it in a pot, and have some fun.
There you go. Yeah.
That's all it's about is fun. There's no, and you can talk to each other and call your pals, and you can use live bait. You can use whatever you want.
Live scope.
You can, if you have a portable live scope and you want to use it, bring it on down. How's your live scope going? I bet it hasn't been installed yet.
No, but
there you go. That's all I got to say. And
but
now going back, we're going to go back in time.
Okay.
Time warp.
Okay.
Go back 2 segments. We're talking about changing fishing line and buying quality fishing rods.
Yeah.
Michael Bray talked about it.
Yeah.
And you said, well, people are just raised that way. Were you raised to buy a live scope?
Yes.
No,
I'm trying to get over how I was raised to do.
He's still using his rods from Gold Circle,
Clarkins.
No, I
Who
did.
Knew?
I'm getting the parts. Most of them came to mount it to the boat. But I do want to use it to test my products to see how they will show up on it.
Grief.
I know.
I'm not a live scope guy.
I know,
but it
That's
all
okay.
has to do with teaching people how to fish.
I'm gonna use it as a teaching tool, so that people can use it not to sit and play like a game, but use it to learn. And if you do catch something and you see, put it together. Why? So you don't have to use it all the time.
People don't do that.
Well, that's what I want to get them to do.
You can do that without it.
I know, but
that's my point. I actually was talking. We'll talk about it here in about a minute.
Okay.
But I was talking to a young man who he said he had just gotten into fishing.
Oh.
And while I was catching fish on every cast, no one else was.
Ooh.
That's why I said it's always good to be in that position.
Oh, yeah. It's nice to be
people
that
think you're special.
It's still the other way around. So, But we will take a break. You're listening to Inside the Great Outdoors. And instead of the storytelling, because we have guests today, Carl's going to do his fishing. And
I've got lots of good fishing reports.
Yeah.
Things are looking up, folks.
Oh, that's good.
So
okay, we'll take a short break and we'll be back.
I don't know what it's all about, but I feel I'll soon find out. I'm sure never felt this secure. It's nothing like I ever thought it would be. Someone opened up a door for me.
Do you enjoy a good story about hunting or fishing? Then you need to get your hands on Tales from the Trails, the real-life adventures of Castaway Coulis. Take a journey around the world with Joe as he recounts some of his best hunting and fishing trips, from Africa to Alaska, from behind the Iron Curtain to Australia. You can share in his memories through the book, complete with pictures to take you on the journey. It's a trip back in time looking through the eyes of an outdoors legend. Order your copy today on Amazon or at castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K.com.
Hook more with Castaway baits and scents. The Kodiak Shrimp Attractant, Captain Bob's must-have. Blast lures with shrimp scent that fish can't resist. It's perfect for any water. Pros are stacking their kits with Castaway's killer pastes and soaks. Don't get skunked while they cash in. Head to Castaway.com today and grab the scents that turn bites into battles. Castaway. Fish won't wait.
Outdoor enthusiasts, get pumped! Join Joe Castaway Coulis on his solo adventure, The Outdoor World of Castaway Coulis, on the Outdoor Radio Network. The legend is back, and now on radio. Every Wednesday at 11 a.m., Joe brings you thrilling stories, expert tips, and all things hunting, fishing, and wild exploration. Catch The Outdoor World of Castaway Coulis. Tune in to the Outdoor Radio Network on iHeartRadio. Head to iHeart.com or grab the iHeartRadio app to start your adventure today.
Welcome back. This segment is brought to you by Castaway's Magnetic Diver and Kodiak Fish Attractants.
If you troll for walleye, steelhead, or even salmon, you need to check out Castaway's Magnetic Divers. The release is magnetic, so if it trips accidentally, no need to retrieve it. Simply give the line slack, it sinks and resets itself automatically. When fishing is slow, trip the diver when trolling. It will come up through the water column and very often trigger a strike because you are now covering different depths. It can be set to go off to the right, left, or straight behind the boat. It comes in 3 sizes and different colors. Why not try one today? You can order them online at castaway.com. That's castaway.com with a K. You will not only improve your fishing success, but will make trolling fun again because of no more retrieving after a false release. That's Castaway's Magnetic Diver at www.castaway.com with a K.
Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back. Listening to Inside the Great Outdoors, and well, Doc is foraging on these goodies that the ladies brought, which are as pretty as my skull that I got as a gift.
It smells so good in here.
So now it's time for the fishing report. So
a little fishing report.
Go ahead.
And first of all, I'd like to thank the folks at Mogador Bait Tackle and Marine Repair for their great outdoor show last weekend. All the booth vendors and everybody were so happy. Even though the power went out the one Friday, they salvaged everything and had a great show. And I appreciate the Morgan family for putting it on and doing all the hard work and the herding of cats and everything else that you go through putting on an outdoor show. It's a ton of work, and they deserve a big hand for that. So stop by and say thank you at Mogador Bait Tackle and Marine Repair. And
and they've got the Kodiak scent.
They have Kodiak
so.
scents.
Yeah.
You want to try it out? They got it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mogador, the perch bite is picked up, and they're catching perch in the coves and along the shorelines, yellow perch and some crappies and some bluegills. Moving to the northeast, Mosquito Lake is on fire, as they say, with bluegills. I went yesterday to the docks at the state park ramp at Mosquito, and lots of boats going in and out and everything, and lots of people fishing the docks, and people were catching them, but I was getting bluegills on every single cast, and they were probably, I would say they were at least as big as my hand.
And you got big hands.
And I got big hands.
Wow.
So good 8.5, 9-inch bluegills.
Did you keep any to eat?
I kept some.
Yeah.
And I didn't keep a lot, just enough for some fish tacos.
Yeah.
But they were the perfect size for that. And I caught bluegills, I caught bass, I caught crappies, probably 15 crappies.
Whoa.
Some yellow perch, and one shiner.
Really?
Reared his
Golden
head.
shiner?
Yep.
Oh.
And he was probably about 6 inches long. Would have been the perfect bait to throw on a hook for some pike.
Yeah.
Or catfish. But really, really fun time just sitting there. And like I said, I mentioned before, I met a young angler who had just taken up fishing, and he caught a few he was using night crawlers, and I gave him some jigs and some soft plastics, the same things I was using, and he still couldn't catch them. And I said, well, you have to move your bait a little bit, give it a little action. You're the one giving the bait the action. It's not the worm down there wiggling. It's you that's doing it. And that's what gets the fish interested, and they just get mad at it and can't stand it. And he started catching some big bluegills and was very happy. So, and it was, I don't know how many I caught. I mean, I was there from, let's see, about 10 o'clock till 6. And it was well over 100 fish. I mean, it was one after another. My shoulder hurt when I was done. I was setting the hook so much. But a lot of small crappies. The bigger fish haven't moved in yet. There's a few being caught, but not a lot. Somebody said they were catching them off the causeway up there at Mosquito, and then I heard another guy said he was up there for 2 hours and didn't catch anything. So, but that's fishing. You catch them in some places, and in other places you don't.
Yeah.
At Nemesilla, let's head back to the south and west. Nemesilla, the big red ears have moved in, and the occasional big crappies have moved in. But the bass guys are doing really, really well at Nemesilla and at Portage Lakes. The bass are in their pre-spawn. They're just starting to bed up. They're shallow, and they're chasing the little bluegills and crappies and stuff around and eating them up. So anything you have that imitates one of those, which would be a little crankbait, a lipless crankbait like a rattle trap or something like that, or a shallow diving crankbait. Gosh, Doc ate that whole plate of food.
Gee whiz, Doc.
He's on his
Man,
fourth
he
plate
just
over there.
Good.
He's going to town.
And then heading up north to the big lake, Lake Erie. They're catching fish. The Maumee River walleye run is on. If you want to do some combat fishing, you can go there, or the Sandusky River, or the Portage River. If you're lucky enough to get out on the reefs, take your hair jigs, your purple hair jigs, or your green hair jigs.
How heavy?
And 3/8 ounce to 5/8, depends on the current and the wind and the waves and everything else. But they're getting walleyes doing that. The trollers are getting the walleyes up there. And evidently, Joe, you've got some friends in the Lake Erie Walleye Trail.
Oh.
Because the people that won it, they were fishing extremely muddy water using their live scope.
Well, see.
They're using live scope for walleye. But they're fishing for money.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
Whole
what
different
happens.
ball game. Whole different. Like I think I mentioned the Bassmaster. Did I talk about that? The Bassmaster was young by somebody can't even drink legally. It's all young guys.
It's right out of college.
He's
in college.
Every boat had live scope.
They have 3 live scopes on them.
Yeah.
All the crappie fishermen, they all have live scope.
Oh.
And that's not.
No.
See, I'm just a regular fisherman. I'm just
Right.
an old-fashioned regular guy that likes to go out and sit on the lake and figure out where the
Well,
fish
see,
are.
here's what you like
in my
that so
mind.
many people don't do. They just want to catch fish. You want to figure out
Right.
when
It's
when
like
you,
trapping.
right.
It's very similar. You have to be aware of your surroundings
Yeah.
and figure out where the fish are certain times of the year and what it takes to catch them.
Yeah.
And it takes time and it takes patience. And these days, a lot of people don't have patience because they have the little phone in their hand and everything is right there, boom, like that.
Oh yeah.
Put the phone down and go out for a nice slow walk along the bank of the lake or the river and just pay attention. You'll be surprised at what you see.
Yeah.
And you learn things.
Well, that's it for next time. And I'll try this.
And the cool thing about it, and that's why I love talking about fishing and teaching people how to fish, is that every lake and every stream and every river and every farm pond is different. So what works at Mosquito may not work at Nemesilla because Mosquito, the water's dingy, and at Nemesilla, the water's clear as vodka.
Wow.
It is, you could see
Why
12
is it so
feet down.
clear?
'Cause it gets filtered. All the mussels and everything else. And
Okay.
the soil around there is different too. There's a lot of sand and gravel around Nemesilla. Where up at Mosquito, there's a lot of farmland and
Clay.
runoff and clay and
Okay.
sediments that go in.
Well, I like to eat.
Yeah, and that's the other thing.
This was so good. You got to try this, Carl.
Well,
Okay.
Carl will get
If
in
you
on
say
this.
so, Norm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a great time to get out.
Absolutely delicious.
And even if you're, see, that's the great thing about springtime.
Stuffed peppers. Oh.
You go out this time of year, everything's biting. You can go out with worms and catch fish.
Yeah.
Simple fishing.
Yeah.
And like I said, everybody in the springtime loves to crappie fish because they're easy to catch. If they're if you find them, they're easy to catch.
Yeah.
And that's part of it.
So that's why it's hard later because they
Things
spread out.
change and they spread out.
They spread
And
out.
you have to find them.
Yeah.
So Yeah, it's, but that's what makes it so much fun. And it was a really good time helping the young man out I helped, and watching the other people and showing them what I was using and how to fish it and how deep.
See, you enjoy.
Move it.
You enjoy teaching. See?
There was a group across the way fishing on another dock, a couple docks away, that they were very loud and boisterous and not in a very good way, but lots of swearing and kids around, and it wasn't good.
Not good.
But one of them would catch something, and one of them would say, "What are you using?" He'd yell, "None of your business." And it's like, are you kidding me? None of your business.
Yeah.
And
they're
they're catching
pretty good
bluegills.
for crappie. The none of your business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah. Where can you buy
rent,
that?
I rent those for $5 a day.
None of your business.
None of your business. And I don't think I'm going to run out of stock either. But no, it's just a great time to get out, and you never know what you're going to see. I saw bald eagles diving down and getting fish this week, and ospreys are back, and the little birdies are coming in, and you might even see a snake crawl over your boot when you're sitting on the shore.
You said you're getting ticks.
Yes, that's what I was getting to next.
Okay.
I had a tick on me. I had one on my side last week that I got, and the other day I saw one crawling on the top of my hand. He didn't embed or anything. He was just crawling. But it was a deer tick, and it was one of the little tiny ones.
Oh.
You could barely make out his...
bad news.
Yeah.
Bad.
So,
maybe I'll talk about ticks next week.
He is no more. And so one less tick.
Turkey season
if you're
up.
seeing lots of possums on your cameras, then that's good, because they love ticks.
Yeah.
They lick them up, but they carry a lot of ticks too.
Yeah, it's like packing a lunch.
Oh,
yeah.
we got a minute here. Ted Moore, our great. Okay. In the history of radio broadcasting, which began in 1906, no host has ever, I'm confident, turned to a female guest and asked, "Do you need more skulls?" Oh, Ted, he's always got some cool comments. So, but these guys here are.
I think she's eyeing up your skull, Joe.
But I am seeing some bone, mainly from deer, where I have my bait pile for the coyotes, because they don't like to be in that where I pile them all. They take it and
run off in the bush.
They run off in the bush.
Yeah.
And so then I see where they've been going, and then I can take and set the snares there. So, but it's a great time of year to, like you're saying, get out but observe. Don't just rush. Like, maybe that's why I've never seen a morel. Now, maybe I don't have them, but I've never seen one. I've never gone looking for them, but I know these guys. But I'm not crazy about mushrooms anyway, so it wouldn't be a thing.
Oh, morels are good.
Yeah, that's easy. But
here's what you do, Joe. When you're going through life and you're getting overwhelmed, just remember, you're Polish, not Russian.
Oh, okay. Well, then I think we need to take a break, because we got Great News Keo on the line, and now Carl can indulge in all the goodies that they've got. Cause,
delicious. Unbelievably good.
Okay, well, we'll take a short break, and we'll be back.
Unbelievably good.
Trees swaying in the summer breeze, showing off their silver leaves as we walked by.
No matter what species of fish you target, Kodiak Scents has great products that will help you catch more fish. One of those is Kodiak Candy, specifically designed to attract any species you fish for. Panfish, trout, catfish, or walleye, Kodiak Candy is full of freeze-dried scent. Freeze-drying concentrates the scent and makes it irresistible. Kodiak Candy even works on saltwater fish. Easy to put on the hook, this candy will get the fish's attention and trigger more bites. To order your Kodiak candy or any of the line of Kodiak scent products, head to www.castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K.
Unleash the bite with Castaway baits and scents. Their Kodiak shrimp attractant paste is Captain Bob's go-to. 15 times the scent of live shrimp, slathered on lures to drive fish wild. From freshwater to saltwater, these scents and baits are dominating tackle boxes everywhere. Don't let the big ones slip away. Visit castaway.com now and load up. It's the edge every angler's chasing.
Are you ready to catch the big one? Introducing Kodiak Fish Attractant Catfish Bombs, your ultimate secret weapon for a successful fishing trip. Designed with fishermen in mind, Kodiak Catfish Bombs release an irresistible scent that draws catfish in from miles away. Just toss it in, wait a bit, and watch the action unfold. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, these bombs are hot stuff. Perfect for the weekend angler or those late-night catfish excursions. Watch your catch rate explode with Kodiak Fish Attractant Catfish Bombs. Available online at castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K.com. Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back. Listening to Inside the Great Outdoors. And we're going to get some great news from Great News Keel. Right there, buddy?
That's right. You know, all the great news this week is coming from Fur Fish and Game.
Oh, okay.
I've been a subscriber to Fur Fish and Game for I cannot recall how long. I know I have. I never toss an issue away. I box them up and put them in the basement, and they go back to probably 1970, probably, something like that.
Yeah. This month was a good month, the one with the turkey on the front, you know.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good
That's
stories in there. Yeah.
I enjoy even their artwork on their cover.
I like the one with the 10-gauge shotgun. I read that article, and I finally figured out it was a lady who went hunting with her dad, you know.
Yeah.
I thought, man, this is a good article. Then I looked at the author, and it was a gal. The dad lost his shotgun, you know, basically. But eventually, they found it in the end. It was old H&R 10-gauge shotgun. It was
That's right.
Cute article, you know.
Yeah. Hey, also in the issue, the Iowa Osprey numbers are up. They reintroduced Osprey into Iowa beginning in 1997 by translocating young birds from Minnesota and Wisconsin, primarily, to strategic locations across Iowa, and they now have 70 osprey nests in Iowa, compared to 54 just 2 years ago. So they're compounding exponentially, the ospreys. You know, they did the same thing here in Ohio back a little bit earlier than that. I can't recall the exact date, but it was in the early 90s. And one of the locations was right here in Geauga County up at East Branch Reservoir. And it was quite a feat. You just can't release them. You kind of have to nurture them for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And they have really taken off. And now that we have ospreys around here in Parkman, I can point to 3 nests within probably a 3 square mile area here. And they're back, by the way. They came back about a week and a half ago.
Yep.
From wherever they went, you know, some go as far south as like Venezuela and places like that.
Right.
But
that's hard to believe that we have them. I mean, you would see them in Florida and places I'd be, but never here to be so commonplace.
I think the first place I saw them was down at Piedmont. This is the first place I ever saw an osprey, and that had to be in the late 60s.
Oh, wow.
I thought, wow, is that an osprey? And I go,
yeah.
And I had to go and see if that was an osprey.
Yeah.
And it was an osprey. I was flipped,
Yeah,
Yep.
to be
Back-
now.
Back in the
It's
early
kinda like
90s, I actually did a story with Tom Henry with the Division of Wildlife, who was in charge of their ornithological group. And he went to Maryland and got, I think it was 4 ospreys and repatriated them here to Ohio.
Wow.
So he could do that.
Down at the District 3 Wildlife Office at Portage Lakes. And I remember because they had these ospreys in small pens that they built on top of the nest platforms.
Yeah.
They were inside, basically inside a small cage.
Smaller bird, younger birds?
No,
Okay.
they were adults.
Oh.
And they were, they would go out and do electrofishing surveys, and they'd keep a few fish to feed the birds. And I did a story of them actually fishing and then going to feed the birds, and I got to climb up the ladder and look at them really close.
Yeah.
Just beautiful birds. They're really neat.
How do they get it where they want to stay? How do they do that?
Put them there.
It's their, that's their instinct.
Yeah.
That's they go to they're in an area and they'll.
But they
what's
took
the
them from
word?
somewhere else, and they brought them to Ohio.
They kept them in the cage.
Right.
So they kept them in the cage,
habitualize them to that
and then
area.
they figured this is home.
Yeah, it's like crate training your beagle.
Right.
Oh,
They
okay,
habitualize them
Right.
to that area, and they
Wow.
feed them there, and they
they
stay there.
wow, isn't that cool, Joe?
They imprint on that area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
so
then there's
that
all
is-
that water around them, and
Yeah.
they figure out, hey, they can go catch some fish.
Yep.
So they leave, and then they know where to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, and much like the bald eagle story, which we've talked about quite a bit, say you go fishing on Mosquito Reservoir, you end up seeing ospreys and eagles, and you just anymore you say, "Oh, look, there's an osprey," Whereas years ago it would have been incredible news.
Right.
Now it's become commonplace, which
Yeah.
is really cool.
That's hard to believe, really, when you think
they go
about
where
it.
the fish are,
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Just
then
shows you
also
how.
about-
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the results of the 2025 Lake Erie trawl surveys are in, and the walleye hatch this past year, was the 6th largest in the past 38 years, and the yellow perch hatch was the largest in the last 7th largest in the last 38 years.
Oh, the perch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we're talking
Ooh.
about an area from Huron out to the islands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the western
Primarily.
side.
Okay.
Western side.
Yeah.
Yeah, the west
Yeah.
basin.
Yeah.
But they're talking about the trawl survey showed like 128 walleye per hectare, which is about 2.5 acres.
Okay.
The average is 57 per hectare. And we're looking at 128 per hectare.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a lot of walleye.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, and also something out of Wisconsin, which I thought was interesting, the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources are taking reservations for their sharp-tailed grouse viewing blind.
Ooh.
They have a number of blinds around a specific area of the state where the sharp-tailed grouse do their little mating dance and
So
stuff
you
like
can
that.
get
And
to
you
see it?
It's free. You just have
Wow.
to
Get your name picked.
just have to make a reservation, but they fill up quickly, they say. So as soon as the dates become available, but it's pretty much April through May.
Yeah.
And
But it-
not only can you see the sharp-tailed grouse from the blind, but they often see northern harriers, sandhill cranes.
What
trumpeter
about the rough
swans.
grouse?
No, these are prairie type.
Oh, okay,
situations here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what's so neat of the rough grouse. When you're in the woods and you hear that thump 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 thump, it's so cool.
Well, I know that used to be a common
yes,
sound, but
very,
sadly
very
around here,
very
not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah. And I don't think anyone really has dialed in exactly why we don't have the rough grouse we had.
I wonder if coyotes have something to do with it. You think?
Well, it's no one reason, I'm sure, but certainly predators are tough on ground nesters. That's for sure.
That's the big thing about the coyotes. They, can take care of all them eggs. Because if they go to the nest, the whole nest is gone. It's not like they take one.
Raccoons do the same thing.
Yeah, raccoons.
They do a lot of damage.
Yes.
There's a ton of raccoons.
So do possums. Yeah.
Skunks.
Yeah. So it's a balance.
I would think that's probably not. If it's not the reason, it's one of the reasons anyway.
Yeah,
for sure.
And when you add everything up together, then all of a sudden something is.
There's a lot of ground nesting birds that are worried about Joe now because all he's eating is eggs. So.
But they're my chicken eggs. What would you do without having me to pick on? Jeez.
I'd find somebody.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
God. Be careful, Joe.
I've been pretty easy
Be careful,
on you
Joe.
Today, Joe.
What's that?
I've been pretty easy on you today.
Well, yeah, but that's because he's nonstop over here, Carl.
Yeah, well, I've been letting him.
I got to keep you on your toes, man. I got to keep you on your toes.
Jeez, my toes are all worn down.
I got to get
nubs.
You. It's like your teeth, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's chewing that burnt food.
I have a little bit of wisdom.
Oh, good. We need it. Yes, please.
Help. One too.
Please.
Help.
Yes, help. This comes from Ernest Hemingway, of all people.
Oh,
I loved him. Yeah. I loved his books.
Mm-hmm. He said, when spring came, even false spring, there were no problems except where to be happiest.
This is true.
Yeah.
That is definitely true.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If
I'm just sitting here.
You have a happy place, now's the time to get there.
Yeah.
This is for Carl. This is for Carl.
I'm watching.
Go ahead, Joe.
For Carl.
Go ahead.
I'm just speaking of spring. I'm sitting here watching. There's an old tree trunk here in our front yard that's full of cavities, and a couple of house finches are bringing nesting materials to it. And we just had a little drama with some starlings who also wanted that spot.
Yeah.
The neighborhood bullies.
And, well, the house finch aren't having it.
Oh, good. Okay.
They're standing up for themselves, yeah.
For Carl.
Hurry, real quick.
In photography, it takes a lot of looking before you learn to see the ordinary.
There you go. Okay, we'll talk to you next week, Joe.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you Saturday.
Okay, good. Yeah, we look forward to it. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
And we'll see you, Joe.
Yeah, and
Bye.
so next Saturday at Great Lakes Outdoors, I'll be there from 9 till 2, and I do some book signing and have some Kodiak and divers.
And so the kissing booth.
No kissing booth. So get out there and make some memories, because the memories you make today could be the most lasting, most important ones
we made some today. Those zucchini blossoms.
Oh, aren't they?
They have made a memory in my brain.
See that?
Yes, they were
See
delicious.
That? Well, I'm gonna
thank you guys.
I'm gonna see about getting the tomato plants, because I love to grow tomatoes, and so make a phone call to somebody you haven't talked to in a while. Win-win situation. They'll be happy to hear from you, and you'll be happy to hear their voice. So, day without a smile's a day wasted. So remember, and as my mother always told me, Joey, don't you ever take any wooden nickel.
You've been listening to Inside the Great Outdoors with Joe Kulis, Joe Keogh, and Dr. Norm. Join us every Sunday morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on AM 1420 The Answer. Download the podcast of today's show and previous broadcasts at IGORadio.com. Follow the show on Facebook and get interactive with the cast and crew. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week, 7 a.m., right here on AM 1420 The Answer.